taking a look at percents and decimals. So these are going to be two of the easier topics, moving from percent to decimal and then decimal to percent. But there are going to be some actual real world examples that we get into today that will hopefully help you make sense of, parts of your daily life or things to come. So to go from a percent to a decimal, I move my decimal point 2 places to the left, which is the same as dividing by 100. Well, the thing we need to remember is the decimal point is between the last number and the percent sign. So if I would move it 2 places, I would end up getting 6/100ths like that. Again, moving it 2 places, 1, 2, 32/100ths. And remember, we can have a number over 100%, but still 2 places, 1 and 73/100ths. So moving on to the next, going from decimal to percent, we move the decimal point 2 places to the right. So 1, 2, which is the same as multiplying by 100, and we get 10%. Again, 2 places, so 73% is my final answer. In a recent year, the number of homes with Ring doorbells grew 22/100ths from the previous year. Write 22/100ths as a percent. Well, we can do that really easily. 22%. Now, getting into the questions that actually pertain to the real world. So simple interest is something that you can gain by having money in the bank. And so I put Ryan has $842 in her savings account. The bank pays her 2.25% interest. If she keeps her money in the bank for 8 years, how much will she earn in interest? This is a formula that you're going to follow. So I is going to be the interest. So that's what we're looking for. Equals P is for the principal, which is the dollar amount, 842. Obviously, when we have numbers that are letters right next to each other, that means multiply. R is the rate. Now, we need to make our rate, which is our percent, into a decimal. So we're going to multiply by 0.0225. And then we're going to times by T, that is time, for the number of years, which is 8. And for your assignment, I'm going to allow you to use a calculator for this portion. So when you multiply, you end up $151.56. And you might think, geez, in 8 years, that's really not very much, but this is just free money the bank gives you for having money in there. So when you think about it, sometimes it's beneficial to have money in the bank just to collect some of that interest. You don't always need to spend. And then we have sales tax, which is something you're going to pay at the store when you go and buy things. So at Quick Trip, you get some food after your long day at school. You get a total of $7.34 worth of food. You need to pay 5.5% sales tax on that food. What will your total be, including tax? So again, you need to change your percent into a decimal and then multiply. So if I have $7.34, I'm going to end up multiplying by 55 thousandths. When I do all of my multiplication, I end up with 40,370 hundred thousandths. But you have to remember this is money. So I'm really interested in the first two, okay? For my cents, I'm going to have to check and see if I need to round, but because it's 3, I don't need to. So I'm going to pay 40 cents sales tax on my $7.34. So I want to, what will your total be, including tax? So $7.34. I'm going to add 40 cents to it for $7.74 at Quick Trip. All right. So the last two problems are going to be the most important for your assignment today. So make sure you took careful notes and you use this video if you need to refer back to it.